What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be installing our 4RUNNER and Tacoma door Molle panels. We're going to be going over the positioning for them, how to take off and reinstall your door panels for both vehicles, and then how to utilize them to get the most out of your purchase. So let's go ahead and get this panel off the door. Okay guys, let's go ahead and get the door off. What I'm going to be using first is this pick tool. It'll allow me to open up the small square, this area, and then to get this little piece off. Behind those are screws that will allow you, once you pull them out, we can pop off the door panel and take this off so we can install our Molle panel. So we'll start with this guy right here. I use this guy on the far left side. You put them in, kind of pry it out like this. Try to push it in a way where you won't damage any of the sides. That'll expose the fly head. And then down here on the left side, there's a small tab that you can just pop off this guy. And then what I do for this one is I actually open the door and come from behind and pop this guy off. Okay. By doing that, we now have access to all three Phillips screws. Pull those off so that we can then pull off the door panel from beneath. Okay guys, now we're going to use just a screwdriver with a Phillips bit to get these screws out. And then we need a little extension for this guy. And then for reference, the two longer black screws go for these, and the silver one is for this guy. Okay guys, now that we got all the screws removed, we're gonna use our pick tool to remove this small panel piece, and then we're gonna go from the bottom, pop it out, lift it, and then remove it so that we can take off the panel and undo all the wiring. So I take the pick tool, come back here, give it a little tug. These two clips will release, and then we need to come down here. There's a little spot or a little gap right here for your hand, and you can just kind of like tug on it. I typically will hold on to the door a little bit and then give it a nice little just firm tug. Okay, and then once you get this part off, pull it back just a little bit and then lift. Okay, it releases it from being caught up on this guy, and then from behind we need to release the two wires to open the door, and then for all the controls up here. Okay, the first ones we need to release are your lock and door handle. What you'll do is you'll pop out this white little part like that, swing it around, get the wire free, and then just lift it, pops out. Same thing with the green. Then when those two are free. Then you have this wire over here. There's a little tab right here. You push it down with your finger, compress it, and then just pull it out. And your door is free. Okay guys, with each order, you're gonna get the panel associated with your order, and then also the hardware. All the hardware is stainless steel or aluminum for the spacers. Our panels are made out of steel and then powder coated for that kind of stealthy look, but also longevity. So now we're gonna go ahead, get our panels, get them lined up on our door panels, mark the holes, and then drill them. Okay guys, now we got the Molle panel on the door. There's like a line over here that you're gonna line up your Molle panel with, and also line it up with the top. I recommend leaving about 1/4 inch on the top, lining it up over here on the left. And then once you have that position good, get your marker, make your holes, just like that. Now what we're gonna do is grab our drill bit. I recommend using a 5/16. The screws are 1/4 inch, okay? Why I'm going a little bit big is so that you have a little bit of adjustment when you do go to mount it, so all the screws can fit in there really well. Just make sure that when you're drilling these holes, that you're actually lined up with your dot. One. Now that we got all the the holes drilled, okay, we're gonna flip the door panel over and just double check everything on the back side so we can clear up some area to mount the panel. Okay guys, we got the door flipped over. This little piece right here, this is like a sound deadening material. Helps put pressure up against the door to like avoid vibration. Personally, I recommend cutting it out and adding like a foam behind it or something. Or you can make 2 cuts here and here, bend it back, because as you can see, the holes that that we're gonna need to access are behind there a little bit. So what I'm gonna do in this video is we're gonna cut this out so we have full access to the holes. What I recommend using is a Dremel with a cutoff wheel. Cool. Okay guys, we got the object out of the way. We got our 4 holes drilled, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're gonna flip the panel back over, thread the bolts through with the spacers, and then apply the washer and the lock nut to hold them in place. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay guys, in the kit, you're gonna get the 3 bolts with 3 1/2-inch spacers, the washers and the lock nuts. Then you're gonna get another bolt that's longer with a 3/4 inch spacer, and then the washer and lock nut. The longer one goes on the bottom right if you're on the driver door, or the bottom left if you're on the passenger door. Basically, beneath the logo on the bottom is where the longer one goes, and then the other 3 go up top. So let's go ahead and get these taken apart and get them threaded through. So with each part of the panel, you're gonna pass the bolt through, add the spacer, okay, and then you're gonna push it through kind of like that. And what I would recommend doing is maybe doing like 2, flipping it over, or at least getting your hand behind and just loosely threading these on, so you're not popping them off as you're getting the other ones done. This one, I'll thread it up. Good. And then the longest one goes down here on the bottom. The reason I made this one longer is because it pushes it out where the bottom kind of recesses a bit, to make sure this thing is staying flush, or in a way that you can utilize most of the space. You filming? Okay. Okay guys, we got the panel flipped over. We got our full 4 bolts showing from the back. Then what I recommend is getting a wrench, being able to hold it, and then either grabbing an Allen wrench or the same fitting, it's a number 4, on a drill bit, and tightening these up so that the panel is pressed onto the door panel. So we'll go ahead and do that. I'm actually gonna flip the panel up like this so that I have access to both sides. So get your wrench on there, get it tight, and then you come over here to the other side with your Allen wrench and you give it a good tighten it up. You don't want to go too tight where you're going to break the plastic, but definitely snug. And then once you see everything compressed, you're good to go on that one, and you can move on to another one. Okay guys, so this is our other door that we already mounted some tactical packs too. This is a horizontal zipper package, and then this is a vertical. This one is great for like holding phones, wallets, whatever you want. You can even put like some flashlights in there, whatever you want. And then this one is great for like a flashlight, pen, knife, whatever you want. It also comes with a little chain. These I actually just picked up off Amazon. I can put the link in the description. But this is the kind of stuff that you can mount to these Molle panels that are now easily accessible right there on your door. So now that they're all good to go, let's head back over to the rig and let's get our doors installed. Okay guys, we got the panel all ready to go. We got our Molle panel installed. The first step to installing this is you're gonna need to reinstall this guy, your 2 wires, and then the wiring harness. Make sure that before you do all this, that all these clips on the door are reinstalled on the door. Sometimes they get stuck in these holes. So pop them off, put them back on your door. And then down here, we'll start with this light. Then the white, your door handle goes up top. You're gonna slip him in from the top and then clip him in this way. Green one goes on the bottom, same thing. Okay, you're just gonna clip that guy back in. Okay, now when you go to install it, there's a groove right here, and that groove needs to be set on the top of the door panel here. The hardest part of getting these doors on is getting around this guy. I've popped this guy off a few times now. You can keep him installed and whatnot. That's how it's supposed to be. It's just a matter of getting all this stuff up and over that so that we can fit the line, this groove up on this lip. So we'll give it a go. Once you get the panel and everything on, you want to go around the perimeter, press all the clips into place so that the door is secured back on so that we can apply our screws. To apply the screws, the 2 longer black ones go over here, and then the silver one goes over here. We'll close these up and this panel will be done. Close that guy. And then the last one is the silver one. Put it right above the door handle. Okay. And then this piece goes right in here. And you can see there's a few, there's 2 clips. Push the left side in. There. Okay. And then the last piece is our trim piece. This goes right in, clips right into place. Okay guys, that completes our door panel installation for the Molle panel. We got the driver's side completely done. We're just gonna repeat the process for the passenger side. And what's really nice for the Tacoma, the process is even easier. It's just got 2 screws. So it has this one in the door handle, then it has one in the cup holder. Then you'll pop out the little felt thing, undo those 2 screws, pop off the panel. You line up your Molle panel, get that all done, and then you reinstall it the same way. I'll show you a little video on the little part of this video of the Tacoma, so you guys know what I'm talking about. But thanks for tuning in. Make sure to subscribe. Leave us any comments down below. Thanks for watching. Okay guys, what we have here is our Tacoma panel. You've already watched how to uninstall one for the 4Runner. For the Tacoma, it's even easier. It's just one of these, one of the clips behind here, 1 screw there, and then 1 screw in here. Then you're gonna pull from the bottom, the whole thing pops off. Super easy. Then this one, I line it up a 1/2 inch from the bottom, then drill the holes and mount the screws. Nothing really has to be removed from the back of this one. And then for install, it's just the reverse. And what's really nice is this is a larger area compared to the 4Runner. So personally, what I'm gonna be using it for is a knife, a flashlight, and either like an air up, air down kit, utensils, small tools for repairs, stuff like that. Stuff that's just easily accessible when I'm off-roading and whatnot. So if you guys have any questions, just leave them in the comments, and thanks for watching.